Tom. How's it going?
Hey, not bad. Sorry, I just kind of got lost in the music there. Just the delicious sound stylings of the anal vomits.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, shit. I didn't know we were going to use the real name. I've just been calling them the AVs.
Oh,
Okay. So, yeah.
yeah.
So the band was called the Anal Vomits.
You could fix that in post.
Is there... Wait. Okay. We just found the record button. Is there a post
Yeah.
button? I'm sure. We'll figure it out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're professional.
Are we not allowed to say the name of the band?
I'm just kidding, man. I have no idea. It just, when I listened to the first episode, I thought, we never really said anal vomits. We just kept referring to them as the AVs.
Right.
It was
Well,
like,
that's what we had to call it the AVs, or else I don't know. Our parents wouldn't let us out of the house to go be in the band.
or what was that thing? Performed in the gym for a talent show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't get gigs at
No, not at
other
all.
places.
Now
Yeah.
you could. Absolutely. But, at Bishop Watterson's gymnasium, you can't go. The AVs would like the last spot because we have a really good closer in Give Me an Abortion.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. We're ready for episode 2. We brought
Episode 2.
of season 1. We brought actual material this time. We caught everybody up in the last episode of who we are, what Bum's Corner is, and what the hell we're going to do. So I think we're ready to kick this thing into gear and do it up, right?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We got
Well, lead us off, man. And
right.
we've got the articles. And Tom, I want you to do me a huge favor.
yeah.
Read this in your DJ voice.
Okay. Am I starting with Mr. Christopher from Washington County? I'll do it in my
Yes.
news voice.
Yes.
Okay. So, how do you know your pot smoking has gotten out of hand? Here's a clue. The Washington County, Ohio Sheriff's Office would like your help in apprehending 51-year-old known sex offender Douglas Christopher, who's wanted for allegedly not updating his address in the sex offender database following a change of residence. Christopher shouldn't be all that difficult to spot. He's got long, graying hair, a gray beard,
Yes.
and an enormous marijuana leaf tattooed smack dab in the middle of his forehead.
Yes.
But clearly, the leaf itself was not enough of a statement for Mr. Christopher, who also had the words pothead tattooed on his forehead, one word on either side of the leaf. And for good measure, Christopher's eyebrows have been tattooed over with the marijuana joints, each with the burning ends facing outward, complete with the wisps of smoke rising to the words pothead, as if the smoke itself was forming the words. Quite artistic, really. Okay, not really. Christopher also has the fingers of his left hand tattooed with the word lone, and the fingers of his right hand tattooed with wolf, because apparently damn fool would be too close to the truth. Anyone seeing Mr. Pothead is asked to contact local law enforcement immediately.
Oh, yes.
So, not only is this from the great state of Ohio, but it's just the best of recreational marijuana use.
The first thing that struck me, and the fact that on the newswire that you gave me, all the names are bolded. The dude's got two first names. So, strike one.
Yeah, there's red flag.
Yeah. And he's a sex offender.
Right?
And he does not fill out paperwork. So,
Yeah.
you don't need the advertisement, man. We know you're a fuck up.
Right?
But
Derelict, scud bottom, vagrant.
absolutely. But I was just, I don't know. I was dumbfounded when I read this for the first time.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't wrap my head around the design. So I Googled the dude, I have to admit. And
Oh, yeah.
first off, the design of that tattoo is kind of artistic in a way. It's not terrible, but not for your face, man. You know,
Well, no.
this is something to put on your trapper keeper. But holy shit. And again, maybe it's a cultural thing, but I pulled up the picture. I'm like, all right, he's a scraggly looking dude with a giant marijuana leaf on his forehead.
Yeah.
But what really freaked me out was the fact that he shaved his eyebrows and replaced them with joints.
Yeah. I mean, the level of commitment this guy had to really just fucking himself up is staggering.
You have to admire that.
There's something that just says, go, man.
I'll tell you what, I love a lot of things in life. I don't love any of them enough to get branded on the face for it, man. It's like, no. I could live without Dr. Pepper. No problem. Beer, I'm pretty much agnostic when it comes to brands. But this dude went all in. Not only the leaf, where he could pass that off. He's like going in for a job or something. It's like, well, I really like the Buckeyes, man. But he locked that shit in. He's like, I want everybody to know from a distance how much I love weed.
Yeah. And, and the thing is, though, for me, though, it kind of gives people who, not necessarily even advocates, but people who are just pro decriminalization or legalization of marijuana, it just really makes it difficult for us that, I don't smoke weed, but I don't think you shouldn't be able to. So,
right.
You certainly shouldn't, go to prison for 5 years for having it on your person. So in that respect, let's decriminalize, let's legalize, but you don't necessarily need to advertise quite in this manner. I don't think this is doing anybody in the weed advocacy realm any good. So
you don't see like Normal calling Douglas Christopher and saying, you know what, we have an engagement coming up and we'd really love you to give a hard 10 just to fire up the troops.
I don't see the Normal calling up for a TED Talk for this guy.
Coming to the stage now, registered sex offender, Douglas Christopher.
And I did Google him because the story that I'm reading is from actually December, and he still has not been apprehended. So
really,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how who's hiding this guy.
What the fuck? All right, so okay, I'm in Ohio. I'm in the area where this dude is hiding out, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I walk into a 7-Eleven and say, oh, well, that dude's got a weed leaf on his forehead, but he has short gray hair, so maybe that's not the sex offender they're looking for?
Must not be.
Come the fuck on.
It's like, how are people not, like, just tripping over this
right?
on their way out of the 7-Eleven?
Oh, dude. All right, so, and here's another fun thing, and maybe I read this wrong, but, okay, back to the end of the story with the finger tattoos, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, put your left hand out in a fist. That's the word loan. Now put your right fist out, and that's the word wolf. If I'm facing you, wouldn't that say Flo Enol?
Yeah. You got a question. Did he have the wherewithal, or did he have a quality tattoo artist that would have actually done the lettering correctly?
I don't know, but I had to read that sentence like 8 times. I'm like, wait a second, that's backwards. Unless, like, he puts his hands up on the wall and reads it himself. He's like, no, don't leave the house. You're a lone wolf.
But they're supposed to be facing forward as if, on the driver wheel or your handlebars.
Yes, like word 1 should be in your right hand, starting with your right pinky. That's where the L of lone would go. Lone wolf. But he's backwards. He's wolf lone.
Right. I'm sure.
But again, maybe it's the same dude that did the leaf, which wasn't that. The shading on that was just shit, too, by the way. If
you look at, and seriously, folks, Google the guy, Douglas Christopher. If you at a quick glance, it looks like a middle finger.
Yes.
That was when I first saw it. It was kind of small, like a thumbnail, and I'm like, "What? It looks like his forehead's flipping me off." But then you open it up, and you're like, "Oh no, it's worse than that. It's a badly drawn pot leaf."
Yeah, it's like what weed would look like on The Simpsons.
Yeah, But like not new like Tracy Ullman Simpsons.
It's just sort of vibrating on his forehead.
Yeah, just kind of there. All kind of jagged.
So, and one other thing that I found when I was looking at the sheriff's office website on his actual wanted poster, they went through all his other tattoos, and the dude only has half sleeves. So again, you know, you have fucking ruined your face for life. Did you think that, like, getting a full sleeve would negatively affect your job opportunities?
Yes, but he had the wherewithal because, you know, I may want to wear a short sleeve shirt.
Yep. So, I don't know. I mean, again, if God love him for his commitment, but I don't think you're gaining any points by, like, oh, just stop at the elbow, Mr. Tattoo Artist. You know, I have an interview later today.
I don't know. I don't want to give too much credit to. I don't want to I don't want to slam the drug addicts, but I don't want to give him too much credit either. But I don't think he's really. Did this elevate his stature amongst the drug addicts? Do you think? What goes through a person's head?
I'll tell you what. Having been to Grateful Dead shows in the 80s, he would have made a shitload of money in the parking lots because you wouldn't have to be sly with him and go up and go, hey, man, you got any kind? You know this guy's carrying.
Right.
Yes. And
just take my money.
Yes. But again, he's so distinctive. You're like, I really don't want to get in your van to buy any weed.
Right? No, I'm good. I'll stay out here.
Yeah. I'll wait right here with my buddies. I don't want to pet any puppies, and I don't need any free candy, dude.
In fact, just kick it over to me.
Oh, so God bless you, Douglas Christopher.
Somebody has to.
Darwin didn't. That's for goddamn sure.
That's for sure. Okay. So, what do you got?
So, one of my favorites that you sent over. I'll do my DJ voice.
Go for it.
No talking in the library, please. And no drinking. And also, no doing that other thing. Dateline, Monday, February 10th, 2020. If you want to spend your nights watching porn on your computer and drinking beer, that's your business. When you do it in the library, it's everyone's business.
Oh, yeah.
As reported by WOIO-TV in Cleveland, Ohio, a library patron approached a police officer last Tuesday night to report there was a man at the city's West Adams Street branch who was checking out more than books. Police subsequently discovered 40-year-old Clarence Stoll sitting at a library computer station, allegedly watching porn while enjoying a Budweiser. Police also said they discovered a bag beneath the computer station that included both empty and unopened beer cans. Police said Stoll initially gave them his brother's name, but the cops apparently know Clarence well enough, surprise, that they knew he was lying and threatened to arrest him if he didn't fess up. As it was, the cops cut Stoll a break, only charging him with having an open container in a public place. They also banned him from the library for 60 days and promised to charge him with trespassing if he returned before then.
Oh, Clarence.
Come on, dude. What's rule one? You pick one or the other. Never do two felonies at the same time.
Right? Don't double tap.
No. You never win that game.
Where you know, I'm not even sure where to start with this.
Is this
one.
the hill you're going to die
bastard.
on? Are you going to defend Mr. Stoll here?
Oh, God, absolutely not.
Blah, blah, tax dollars, etc.
No, first of all, kudos to Cleveland for obviously having an outstanding library program still.
Yep. It's closed right now, but sometime in April when it opens back up, it kicks ass.
Yeah. So, right on. Good on Clarence for knowing where the library was and actually availing himself to the library. Hooray for literacy. Yeah. And that's kind of where the kudos end.
I mean, all right, he's an idiot, but I kind of get where he's coming from. I mean,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Pow.
Well,
Please.
all right, so porn and bud go together. I mean, it's like peanut butter and KY jelly. But you pick one, man. Okay, watch porn in the library or get shit-faced in the library. Don't just sit there and empty can after can after can. Because A, if you're sitting at one of the library computer stations watching porn, you have to have headphones on. Okay?
You would think.
All right, so here
Obviously, this guy, not, he's 0 for 2 on good
right.
choices.
Now, here I am breaking down the entire scenario like I've done this before. But, so if you're drinking in the library, you need to be able to hear. Because you need to gently sit that empty down in your duffel bag and pull out the new one and make sure you don't, like, psh, when it opens.
It's like sneaking beer into a movie.
Precise. Yes! Thank you. Okay? So,
From what I've heard.
Yeah, and I get, dude, if you want to be drunk and watch porn, rock on. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't fault you there, but just, I don't know, jot down some notes while you're watching the porn and go home and get shit-faced off your Post-it notes or something. Maybe next time.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe, film it with your camera, your phone,
Damn.
and then go home.
All right.
Oh, but he probably didn't want to break any laws or copyright infringement and fair use agreements.
Or counterpoint, if you have a camera phone, how about you just like buy some data and watch that shit on your phone too?
Right?
Yeah.
Always, yeah. Just park next to Starbucks and use their Wi-Fi.
Oh, you have an answer to everything for this.
It just comes to me. Well, I'm just saying, there are so many other ways to do both of these activities without getting arrested.
Right. No, I agree. And I don't know. I guess this kind of points out the fact that internet should not be a commodity. Everybody should have access to it. Now, granted, this dude probably would crush some bandwidth watching
Can you imagine,
porn.
like, sharing, like, a Roadrunner connection with this guy? And just the speed. Oh, crap. Clarence is home.
That's right.
I can't check my email now because...
Once you hear the Budweiser leave the fridge, you know shit's about to go down.
Right?
Yep. It's like, well, so much for Game of Thrones tonight.
Yeah.
Clarence is going to go upstairs and choke the Pope.
He's back. He's got a date with the Pornhub.
But on the positive side, though, I think Budweiser's really missing out here on a potential marketing campaign.
I agree.
I mean, okay, Dilly Dilly, yeah, that was funny the first 2 times you saw it. But imagine the slow-mo of the Clydesdales running through the fields and then, like, pulling up at the barn and then just getting blown. I think this is an untapped market that they should really look into, and that's a freebie for you, my friends at Anheuser-Busch.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Hell yeah!
Like, oh, thank God we tuned in. You just saved somebody's job.
You can't tell me at none of the marketing meetings they've had when the Clydesdales were brought up, they're like, should we have somebody give them a handy?
Yeah.
You know, throw some, like, Bob Seger in the background, something all romantic and shit, and then just...
Wait, give a handy to the Clydesdale?
Yeah, what'd you think I was talking about?
That's what I was scared you were.
Sex sells, buddy.
Yeah, but I think bestiality is illegal in most states.
It's Dayton.
Is it?
I don't... No, wait.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Where was this?
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Oh, yeah.
technically, Mr. Stoll is from Sandusky.
Okay. You know what?
I googled him looking for a picture.
Oh, is it everything you hope for and more?
I couldn't find one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that guy doesn't have internet. Of course not.
Right? He has no social, no online presence whatsoever.
Oh, he doesn't even have a Facebook page.
think maybe a MySpace.
Oh, I gotta. Now I'm curious. Christopher.
Oh, never mind. There he is.
Stoll.
He looks like someone we know.
Wait, Chris Stoll. Oh shit! No, I don't know the guy.
We went to high school with that guy.
I wouldn't doubt it. What, alcoholism and weird sexual hang-ups? That kind of jives, yeah.
Right?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, there he is. He's on the fox19.com. From our friends at WXIX.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. No, you're right. He does kind of look like somebody we went to school with.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Some other time I'll dig up the yearbook and see, but yeah. All right. So, I don't know. Clarence, man, you just get your shit together, bro.
Yeah. I don't even know where to go with that.
It's just a sad story. There are no winners here.
Again, I support both activities, just not in public. Especially not in a public building.
And I guess the really, truly sad part, he tried to throw his brother under the bus.
Right? What the hell?
Yeah.
Hello. Insult, meet injury.
Good luck getting bail next time, fucker.
Oh, right? Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Forget you, man.
Oh, what a tool. So, one addition to the show that we might be adding here are advertisements to help pay the rent, as it were, or cover some of our extraneous expenses, like everything that we have to drink to get to the table and put this together for you. So at this point in the show, you may or may not hear an ad. So if you don't, and we just pick up with the next story, feel sad for us. Okay? That's all we ask.
I think they feel sad for us anyways. This is where the ad goes. Stop talking.
All right, that's enough quiet. We're not going to get any ads anyways.
Right? Come on, who are we kidding?
All right, so Tom, introduce us to Jessica Boomershine.
All right, this is a good one from the Instant Karma files. Again, from Dayton, Ohio.
We are on it this week.
For the quick aside regarding the Ohio thing, one thing I've noticed here, at least in California, the trend with a lot of the morning shows is Florida, because there just seems to be an unprecedented amount of crazy bullshit that happens in Florida. Mm-hmm. It's these types of people that we're talking about on the show. It just seems to be like Florida just tends to be like on overdrive producing idiots. Mm-hmm. What people don't seem to understand is that everybody from Florida has a relative in Ohio.
Yes.
Ohio is kind of, the gateway to Florida.
We are the Florida of the Midwest.
Yeah. So when you see and you hear a lot of wow, what the hell's up with Ohio? Yeah, we're northern Florida.
Pretty much. Yep.
So there's that.
The only thing we're missing is like the flesh-eating meth heads.
Yeah.
But
we're like a polite, kinder, gentler, crazy Florida.
But we're getting there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're only, a couple weeks into this newest plague? Just you wait, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
You'll seem like Wisconsin by the time we're done with you fucks.
You'll be like North Dakota, bitch.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, here we go. Dayton, Ohio. Her name is Jessica Boomershine. And she's an inmate at the Montgomery County Jail in Dayton, Ohio, and she's likely to stay that way for some time. As WOIO-TV reports, Boomershine, age 42, recently attempted to escape from jail by doing what we've all seen people do on TV and in movies. She pulled a chair up to the wall of a common area in which she and other inmates were chilling. She climbed atop the chair, removed the ceiling tile, and climbed up into the ceiling. Mm-hmm. Like you do.
Yeah.
Jail surveillance video of the incident. Oh, and there's video, and you can Google it. It's pretty funny. Surveillance video of the incident shows the other female inmates in the area apparently cheering her on as she scrambles upward, while other inmates enter the room to watch. You gotta give Boomer Shine a few points for trying, though they zeroed out her lack of good sense. Not quite 8 seconds after her legs disappeared out of the video frame, we see the first chunk of broken ceiling tile fall to the floor. Officers then arrive just in time to see several more broken tiles drop from above, followed by Boomershine's legs dangling momentarily from the ceiling before she plummets to the floor, slamming into a plastic trash can back first on the way down. Lucky for her, since it apparently saved her from potentially serious injury. Boomershine now faces additional charges of attempted escape and destruction of property. And before you feel too sorry for her, she was in jail in the first place for allegedly befriending and then assaulting and robbing an 85-year-old man at a casino.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Oh, and you must believe if I saw somebody doing that, I would cheer that shit on too.
Absolutely.
I would egg that person on because know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, dude. So good. And again, if you haven't already, Google Miss Boomershine.
She's a treat.
Oh, yeah. She's like a wax figure in the Cro-Magnon part of your local museum that you see like knocking two rocks together trying to make fire. Not to judge people on their looks. Fuck you. Right. Believe me, there's a reason we're doing a radio show. But holy shit. I mean, I had to know. Like when I got to that end about grifting the 85-year-old man, I'm like, now I'm curious. So I Googled her, and my first thought was, holy Christ, it's the missing link, between Australopithecus robustus and Homo erectus is her. But then my second thought was, all right, she befriended this dude in a casino. She must really clean up well. I
don't know.
Because her mugshot, if she approached me in a casino, I'm putting my hand over my wallet and I'm walking away very, very slowly and making no eye contact.
Now, her accomplice, Billy Joe Farah, do you see the picture
of
him?
Yeah, I did.
He's a tough dude.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's like from Central Casting. This is the guy that you see, in playing the thug in the TV. He's, but not unattractive.
No, I mean, he probably has like Life Thug incorrectly tattooed on his knuckles because that's apparently what we do here in Ohio.
That's how it works.
But yeah, I mean, yes, if I saw him coming up to me in a casino, I'd think, all right, either he's a male prostitute and thinks I'm going to spend money on him, or he's going to murder me and wear me as a skin suit.
Yeah, because he's got them crazy eyes.
Yeah, buddy. Oh,
she just looks beaten. You said, yeah, she's like, ho, no erectus.
Oh, play on words.
Yay, dig it.
Oh, but yes, I mean, I get the destruction of property. I mean, those ceiling tiles in a county prison are probably like $1,200 a piece by the time they get the contract all written up.
Right.
But just, I don't know the thought process. I mean, everybody in their life at some point has seen a drop ceiling and understands the concept of them. What did she think was going to happen? Like,
right, that ceiling's being held up by coat hangers.
Yeah.
I bet it'll hold my weight.
Yes. And I was trying to think back. I'm like, did I ever see a cartoon where somebody did that? Like, punched out a hole and climbed through a drop ceiling? I'm like, no, they always fall through and the next tile over. Mm-hmm. And again, it's a county jail. Those tiles are probably older than she is.
Right.
And they're just wet and full of nicotine. But whatever, man. I mean, if nothing else, she gave us some great material. So, bully for you, Miss Boomershine.
Boomershine. Boomer rain or Boomershine?
Boomer shine on you, crazy diamond.
Yeah, she's a treat. And she's single, folks. And apparently not going anywhere for a while. So.
Nope. Yeah, she's...
If you find yourself at the in Montgomery County, swing by the jail and say hi to Jessica Boomershine.
Bonk her over the head and drag her to your cave.
That's how she likes it.
Oh, Christ. Honestly, the fourth article that we have here, I kind of picked it because it was set outside of Ohio.
just to give the Buckeye State a break.
I'm making myself look bad here. I'm like, holy shit, we are just dumb, greedy animals with no toilet paper in the stores.
Well, I think the only reason that you read more about things happening in Ohio is because people in Southern California are illiterate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I had no intention of learning anything today, but thank you.
Well, then you know what it's like to be in Southern California.
This is your typical day, isn't it?
I'm learning stuff. Quit it.
I bought a puppy off a guy in a van that had pothead written on his forehead.
Seems legit.
Yeah. So anyways, we are going to take a journey west now, my friends, and find out exactly how big are the squirrels in Oklahoma.
Squirrels.
As KWTV in Oklahoma City reports, an unidentified homeowner in Oklahoma City last Wednesday thought he had squirrels running around in his attic because of the noise. But then he noticed that the noise was a bit too loud for squirrels, meaning it was likely a much heavier critter. He was right. When the homeowner went upstairs to investigate, he instead discovered Kendall Jones and his mattress. The homeowner immediately called 911, telling the dispatcher, "Yep, he came into the attic. He camped out overnight. I need somebody here immediately. I have a gun on him right now. I'm holding him, and I need an officer here immediately." For his part, Mr. Jones allegedly began gathering his belongings when the homeowner appeared, apparently realizing that the gun and 911 call likely meant he'd soon have to find a new place to crash. As for how Jones got into the attic, there's a staircase outside of the house that leads to an exterior attic access. The homeowner marched Jones outside, where arriving police took him into custody. I don't read a lot of AP articles, obviously nowhere close to the amounts you do, but do all of them have so many unanswered questions as this one?
Yeah.
So basically, you have to reach out to these people and find out what the hell's going on.
Right. It really just begs for follow-up and contact. And yeah.
God, yes. Because, again, my first thought was, how long was this dude up there? You know, is it something where he'd been living there for a while? Did he just get there that night?
Was he settled?
Yeah.
Like tomato plants growing. How was he there? Mail being forwarded.
I mean, 800 and a half Elm Street. Oh, but so good. But the second thing that struck me is, all right, this motherfucker carried a mattress up a flight of outdoor stairs. So, not easy. Honestly, as long as he wasn't violent, I'd let him stay there as long as he, like, organized shit up in the attic, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I understand you need a warm place to stay, but if you bring that love seat up here, man, you can add another week on. Because that's impressive. I've had to move mattresses up a flight of stairs by myself, and it's not fun at all. So, So bully to him. Mr. Jones, you're a man.
Not like humping a box spring up, but a mattress is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're all bendy and shit, and I can't imagine. And again, I'm trying to picture what a flight of outdoor stairs to an attic access looks like. But I'm picturing wrought iron. And so, I mean, the dude, he's kind of badass in my book.
I'm picturing like Fonzie's digs of bugs above the attic, above the garage, the Cunningham.
Oh, like
house.
that apartment they happen to have that sat empty,
right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could. Well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It just struck me as weird. And again, did the homeowner like already have the gun when he thought that there was just a big fat squirrel up there?
Well, that's my kind of where I kind of initially got the questioning started. Is when he says that it was a bit too loud for squirrels. What went through his, like, the list that goes through his head? Well, that can't be a squirrel. That sounds more like an opossum. Nah, it may be a little bit bigger than that. It may be a squirrel. It may be a raccoon. It might be 2 raccoons. That kind of sounds like a small bear. Maybe it's a cat. Could be a mountain lion. I think that it could be a human being. How long did it take for him to go through the list of identifying what the thumps... Well, that thump didn't sound squirrel-like.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think a gun would be warranted. I'll find out what this thumping's all about. It could be a mountain lion.
Reckon so.
Could be a small bear.
Yes.
Or a human being.
A human being with his own mattress.
With his own mattress. I mean, yeah, you kind of got to give old Mr. Jones some credit for traveling with his own mattress.
Shit, I never thought of that. Not only did he carry it up the stairs, he had it with him.
Yeah.
So he's just schlepping a mattress around.
They've rolled up and shoved into his cart?
God damn.
Like just sticking out?
Yeah.
Like a stovepipe?
How could you not shoot somebody that strong in your attic, man? At least tag him in the leg before you even start a conversation.
Yeah, you gotta wing him first.
Yeah.
He'll get you.
Hello, man mountain. Bang, bang!
But like good enough not to just make him angry.
Right. Hulk smash.
The more you hurt him, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of holes in this one, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, was he renting out the attic and finally got upset and then just called the cops on the dude? Or was it as the homeowner, who we never get his name? It's kind of curious, don't you think?
Highly suspect.
Mm-hmm. So
he could have just been squatting up there.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, I don't know. That would be terrifying to just be sitting there watching Wheel of Fortune or whatever, and you hear somebody walking around in your attic all of a sudden.
Buy a Q! Buy an E! What? That doesn't sound like a squirrel.
Or maybe it was like, what was that character in Arrested
Development? Don't be greedy, solve the puzzle! What?
On Arrested Development. Anyang. Remember he was living up in the rafters of the... Never mind. I didn't see that going anywhere. Oh, but yes. I don't know, man. It's just... This article bothered me on many levels. But the fact, that there's some dude just wandering around with a mattress and sees a flight of stairs and thinks, "Yup, I'm going up there." That's scary shit.
That's desperation.
Uh-huh. And where's this? Oklahoma? I don't know. What's the weather like out there? It's like Texas-y, isn't it? Like 8 miles from hell, kind of hot and muggy all the time.
It's got like the worst of all possible weather.
All right.
Because I know it does get like cold and snowy and rain and tornadoes, and it's lousy with weather. It's got all like the worst possible fucking weather you can get is going to happen in Oklahoma.
All right.
Whether it's heat or cold, they get the worst of both. And then the humidity on top of that. So you're just never comfortable. I don't know why anybody lives there. They're probably all former Californians.
That could be it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, it's the guy, you got to give him credit though. I mean, he saw a flight of stairs and he just grabbed his shit and climbed it and went to bed. Not apparently before walking around and alerting everybody that lived there that he was there.
Right. Apparently not before drum practice.
I heard stomping and then a harmonica, and I knew something was up.
And I thought it was squirrels, but then I heard the accordion, and then I knew that couldn't be a squirrel.
Their tiny arms aren't long enough to get any sound out of an accordion.
I can't do that. It had to be like a lemur, or perhaps a human.
Or two kangaroos.
A highly coordinated group of wombats.
Oh my god. Dude, you found some winners for us this week. These are just
Thanks.
Absolutely grade A, solid gold idiots.
Yeah, and there's more. There doesn't seem to be any end to the stream of just wrongness.
I know. My god,
Comes from the human condition.
So for Tom and I to share files, we just set up Google Drive in a shared folder. And when he started, there were a couple little files in there. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. So I read a few articles. And then I turned around to get a glass of milk and come back. And it's like, you have reached your maximum capacity for storage. Would you like to consider buying some more space? Because there were so many articles. And it's great. And that's the thing about this show. We could do this forever and never run out of idiots. We could go up to 8 per show and never run out of idiots.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, God. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have anything to add. We're kind of in the middle of a plague right now, so wash your fucking hands.
Don't be gross. This is a real quick aside since you brought up
the floor is yours,
coronavirus. Sir. My big takeaway from the current plague situation is apparently the number of people that are just now finding out that washing your hands is a good thing, and soap is like some revolutionary thing.
Oh my god! Yes.
What is a soap?
They where I work, they put these huge posters up in every bathroom that says wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Yeah. And I think, man, what were these people doing before? Obviously, they weren't doing anything because, again, there's a fucking plague going on right now. Yeah. But you're adults. You've heard this shit all your life. And
right.
So nobody's washing their hands. The government has to tell them to wash their hands. What's the first thing these idiots go out and do? They buy all the fucking Purell they can find. Like, you guys aren't going to use this. You don't know what it does. You've never used this in your lives. Save some for the people that buy in smaller portions.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's aggravating, I guess, to see. I have no problem with people, being scared and overbuying. But the fact that they're buying cleaning supplies, I'm like, you're just lying to yourself at that point, Just buy your TV dinners, get your TV guide, and move on. And leave the cleaning supplies to the people that actually clean on a regular basis. But it is what it is.
Well, with the cleaning supplies and the soap and the hoarding of those items, what gets me is if you have all the soap, nobody else is washing their hands. So
wow.
Connect the dots, genius. How do you think this thing gets spread?
Holy shit, Tom. That's brilliant.
So, yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors by hoarding all the soap and cleaning supplies. You're just putting off the inevitable.
Right. You're like that old man at the end of Creepshow that's up in his
right with the roaches.
Yes, with the top level apartment that doesn't let anybody in. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. My first thought was all these people are, and again, I've seen the videos of people buying hundreds of rolls of toilet paper, right? So you have a family of 4. The government over and over again has repeated that if you think you have the virus, it's a 14-day self-quarantine.
Right.
So that's 4 people for 14 days. That's 56 poops. 1 a day per person.
Right.
Why do you need 24 rolls of toilet paper for 56 poops?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you people eating that you're causing that much damage?
Well, apparently all the pasta, all the rice, all the canned vegetables.
Frozen vegetables are cleaned out here, too. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even run into other shoppers when I'm buying frozen vegetables, and all of a sudden they're gone.
Yeah. Right? There's nothing in that aisle but me and tumbleweed.
Yep.
It's like, you all are going to get rickets.
And rightly so.
And I got green beans.
Oh, God. And I know we said no racism, but I 100% know it was all white people doing this. Because like you said, all the rice and pasta was gone, but you go into the seasoning aisle, and it hasn't been touched yet.
Right?
So
Cayenne pepper?
Yeah.
What voodoo is this?
What is this, Mardi Gras? For God's sake, Sharon, put that down.
We're not having a party.
Oh, yes, it's all the blandest foods you can think of.
Yeah.
So anyways, enjoy the plague, I guess. Quit touching each other, and like Tom says, wash your hands and use soap and water. And we need you to survive at least to come back for the 3rd episode, where we'll find some new idiots for you to make fun of with us.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it may come. We may do this if we all get quarantined. The bright side is that we might do an episode earlier rather than next month.
I am not leaving the house again until May 2nd is the next thing I have scheduled. So yeah, I am down to record these whenever you want.
Okay. Well, I'll find out more this week whether or not I'm going to get shut in or not. So
deal. All right.
Yeah.
So I will have Amazon bring more beer so we can record some more shows and make everybody laugh and be happy.
Yay.
Okay. So from Ohio, the home of many idiots, 75% of the ones that we covered tonight, I wish to bid you adieu, and I will talk to you next time we get together.
And farewell from Southern California, the arguable shithole of the universe.
Adieu, my friends.
Adieu to you. It's not that bad. It ain't Ohio.
My